name is James Karaoke, and I work as a Matatu driver. In Kenya, when we say Matatu, we refer to a public vehicle that carries passengers for pay. It's very easy to make enemies in this industry, especially because there are other people who have interest. They come to this industry for money. They come and collect money every day. It's called protection. So in case you mess with them, they are dangerous people. Corruption and the police and this gang is the biggest problem and the biggest obstacle that is there in our business. And dealing with these people on a daily basis, it's hard. Because if you fail the protection fee, that is, you are putting your life on the line. If you fail to bribe the police, you're going to end up in jail. Okay, now if you drive carelessly, you're going to end up in the hospital or in the mortuary. So our job, there are a lot of challenges in our job, but it is the only job that is available.
James is one of tens of thousands of Matatu workers struggling to make a decent living in Nairobi. The city is one of the fastest growing in Africa, and its roads are usually choked with traffic. Every day, James is forced into breaking the rules in order to beat the jams and make enough money to survive. But this means playing a dangerous game of cat and mouse with the police. One of the most common rules to be broken is picking up passengers by the roadside instead of waiting in the queue at the official terminal. If caught, James will have to pay a bribe that could wipe out his earnings for the day, or worse.
The biggest fear is ending in prison, because it can happen anytime. Because when a police officer flags you down, that is the start. It's like he's the reception to prison. He wants money. If you don't have money, you can end up in prison.
His 20-kilometer route starts in the suburb of Rongai and ends in the city center. The more trips James can squeeze in, the more money he makes. Not easy when average traffic speed in Nairobi is around 15 miles per hour. The rush hour passengers pay a premium to get to work on time, and James has to keep them happy.
Absolutely magnificent! Usain Bolt has broken the 100-centimeter record. What a speed! Wow!
Our business involves a lot of corruption. We are driving and we are breaking traffic rules. We are bribing police officers. Say somebody refused to pay, and then say the crew may decide to harm them. But they still depend on us. We still fight them on the bus stop waiting for us to take them home. You need to be tough. At least you need not to be a mama's boy. It's not a place for mama's boy. You have to know how to defend yourself. If you don't know anything, then you'll be the victim all the time. It's like most criminals, they start as drivers or conductors, but they turn to something else due to the competition of getting a job. Yeah, and they are used to this money on a daily basis. So I think the Matatu industry also trains criminals. Yeah.
Yeah, the majority, they're not qualified drivers. They have bad habits. In the first place, the majority are crooks, yeah?
I can say they hate us. And I know they do. My son goes to school and says, my dad is a Matatu driver. He's like, what? Matatu driver? It hurts. It's not good. It doesn't give you that pride to be a Matatu driver.
James felt strongly enough about this to write into one of Kenya's national newspapers, where his letter was printed.
I'm one of those who just love to hate. We are the backbone of Kenya's black market, expected to pay off everyone from police to criminal gangs. Perhaps you don't have any idea what it is like to be the black sheep of a country, but let me explain. We wake up at 3 every morning to bring milk to Nairobi. From there, we take cops who have been on night duties home. Then we pick up newspaper vendors, company drivers, office workers, and your school kids. After we are done with you, we take your housewife or houseboy to their sacred travels. Then comes Sunday, and the entire Christian community depends on us. The pastors ought to pray for us, seeing we are assisting them in their missionary work, but instead, they condemn us for missing the Sunday service. We are lucky that it is not them, but God who judges us. Otherwise, we could be the most cursed human beings on the face of the earth.
The journalist who printed James's letter, Shiko Kimani, was impressed by his potential and is now encouraging him to pursue his writing.
He wants to get out. He's not happy with what he's got right now. He thinks, he knows he can do more than he's doing right now. Luck has to play a big role in James' life and being at the right place at the right time. And I'm hoping he's right now, as we talk, he's at the right place at the right time, because we have some publishers who are interested in his work. So I hope that's a way out for him.
If he likes me and if he thinks I have a story, he might open the way for me. Otherwise, if the publisher says I have to wait, then I guess I still have to go back to the Matatu industry for some time and then wait until something comes up again. So I'm very nervous. I'm hoping it will work, just praying about it. I have dreams. So when I'm doing this job, it's not like it's my end. I have things that I want to pursue. This is my means to what I want to be. So I'm just using this as my office, because this is where I can meet people, I talk to people. Maybe, yeah, you talk to somebody, you can meet people who can take you to another level. Mawira riu ni maigire andu aingi mabũrũri-inĩ wa andandũkire ũguo andũ aingĩ nĩ mokire gũkũ Kenya, ona kambuni cia nanja. Mawira nĩ monekaga mũno ma mũndũ wĩna qualification. Nairobi is about money. You have to be working to survive in Nairobi. Life in Nairobi is hard, but Nairobi has all the opportunities.
James's appointment with the publisher is in a few days' time. Until then, he has to keep his attention firmly on the road. Matatu drivers have a bad reputation for causing accidents, and many drive under the influence of drink or drugs.
The way they drive, they not according to the traffic law. Basically, that's it. They can overtake at a corner even when they see an approaching vehicle.
Over the years, I've lost about 5 people I knew very well through accident. Most of them are head-on collision because the driver is the first thing. Even the engine is behind the driver, so the driver is the one who suffers and the passengers who are sitting in the front. Yeah, I've lost a few drivers. I've lost some drivers.
Another danger facing James is carjacking, especially after dark and in the more isolated parts of his route.
They come like passengers and they board the vehicle. Maybe there'll be about 5 people. Maybe one sits in front, or 2. Then the others sit in the back. So it's easy. If they pull a gun on the driver, now they take control of the vehicle. It has happened. Sometimes it is very saddening to see that when these criminals are arrested, you realize that they are police officers.
Today, James is particularly saddened by the police. They held his Matatu for hours after a minor violation. As a result, he hasn't been able to complete enough circuits or squads to make his usual daily wage of between $5 and $10.
So it happens quite often. This is what is putting the Matatu business down, because we waste a lot of money and time. Because every time you are arrested, you have to part with money. So this is the biggest problem we have in the Matatu industry. Now, like today, the Matatu owner will not get anything. I am not going to get anything. My conductor is not going to take anything home. So it's a wasted day.
How much for this good?
Say 150, unless you want to add something.
Today we don't have enough cash.
I know
So
how
you
it was in the morning.
give me 50 bob here. Okay.
Thank you very much. Oh, thank you, God. I'm back home. Howdy. Hi. Howdy. Hi, sweetie. I'm home. How was your day?
Good.
Okay. Yeah, where are the kids? They're sleeping. My children don't get to spend a lot of time with me because I work long hours. And most of the time, I can even take 5 days without actually talking to my children. I see them on a daily basis. I see them in the morning, they're sleeping. I come home in the evening, they're also sleeping. Even if I wake them up to say hi, they're still like sleepy. So they will not even remember that I talked to them. Hi, sweetie.
In darkness.
Hello, daddy's home. Hello. How are you? Adrian, you're not sleeping? Okay. Let me come tuck you in. Wow. You're already in bed? Oh, Eve, come on, sit there down. Love you. How are you? Dad? How was school? It was good. Okay. So now it's time to sleep, okay? See you tomorrow morning. I'll call you before I go to work, okay? Good night, honey. Love you. Okay? See you tomorrow. Yeah. Good night.
However much James earns each day, the household expenses still have to be met. Today, his son Adrian urgently needs new shoes.
Sasa kesho unajua ni kanisa, kesho si shule. Pikipiki. Unataka pikipiki? Eh? Unataka pikipiki ya nini?
La kuendesha.
Wewe unajua kuendesha pikipiki? Give me energy. Giri mwe na dikora ukinya giri ono ndo nikiega no ndikire mwana gekire. No ri giri no amenya bado. No thogora ni godiroria ungedia atia muico. Menya ni atia. Menya kana ndirakuga. Iria ndina cio ri. Pigi nyugiri. It's not enough.
Their shoes are too expensive. Adrian will have to go without until James can find a bargain somewhere else.
Take a soda then. Or a juice. Juice?
Whenever James has free time, he writes a blog about his life and the Matatu industry. One of his friends, a conductor called Jeffrey, was recently carjacked on James's route, and James is interviewing him for his website.
So they pulled the gun and pointed it to the passengers
Gun pointed. The delays at the gun point.
Okay. How many guns did they have?
2.
So the one was commandeering the driver, and then there was another guy with the gun behind you.
With the gun behind you.
Okay, so they had 2 guns.
Yes.
Okay. And you were robbed, even the driver was robbed?
Everybody.
with a stern warning. Ukitoa, ukijaribu kubaki na kitu.
How did that make you feel? Now, being there, you have been loved at gunpoint, you have been stripped naked, you are lying there on the floor. How did that feel? Are you scared?
It was miserable, but sasa, there is nothing you can do. You are in the forest, you are at gunpoint. You cannot risk your life because of money. So you just, because of going without clothes, it means nothing.
And basically, after that incident, do you ever come to remember it, or did you get scared of the passengers later after that?
Anything can happen, but you know, you just have to pray, your God. Whenever you come from your house in the morning, we live a life where, you know, it is not a must. You go back home. So you pray to your God.
James can work up to 15 hours a day as a driver, making it difficult to find time to write, never mind spend time with his family. Sometimes the only way to get anything done is to stay up through the night. Luckily, the next day is an easy one for James. Matatus are often hired out for private events, and James's journalist friend Shiko has arranged for him to ferry her family up country. It's a guaranteed wage, and there's no need to deal with the usual police, criminal gangs, or traffic jams.
Hi, Shiko.
Hi,
how are you? On time?
Yes, on time. Thanks
Sorry.
for coming.
Sorry, I'm late.
You're
Traffic.
very, very late.
Don't worry, traffic. I'll try to make up the time. What is the occasion?
My cousin's baby. We are going to appreciate the baby. We eat a lot and laugh.
So it's like welcoming him to the big family?
Yes, although he's a big boy, he's 9 months old.
It's tradition, so...
It's tradition, so it has to be done.
For you?
Coming to see a baby, it's an African tradition thing. So today, I'm not in the daily hustles of the Matatu industry. Today, I'm a bit relaxed. I have all the time to relax and eat the food. It's very good.
This is a family affair, but Matatu drivers also have a reputation for partying hard. James plans to meet some fellow drivers at his local pub after work.
We try to forget about the police, we forget about the passengers, we even forget about the family, and then we just come here and to feel good about being alive.
Me, my friends, so many other friends are hustlers.
When the police are not on your side, that means that even the whole state is not on your side. So, but despite the fact that you're also a citizen of that country, you have a right to be there.
We are 38 million people, but according to our survey, 30 million people are hustlers. 8 million people are the richest. So you must hustle as long as you can to eat for your family, to satisfy your family needs. So you got to do whatever it takes for you to survive.
James has to enjoy himself while he can. In the morning, it'll be back to reality with another early start.
And have a beer, and then we go home. Tomorrow is another day. Mani, juiri. Torka juiri. Okay. Sasa, alafu. Si baadaye. Toto. Sawa. Tuonana. Okay. Bye.
After 10 years of driving the same route, every corner has a different memory for James.
Sometimes I would reach a place and I remember, at this point I lost a good friend of mine, at this point I was involved in an accident, at this point there was something like that. Yeah, there's a lot of memories in that road.
The Matatu's days are numbered. Over the next few years, the Kenyan government will phase them out in favor of larger, modern buses. But despite their reputation, some customers will miss them.
When I commute in the morning, I prefer going with the Matatu because they know how to overtake. They know how also to speed, overspeeding.
Our drivers have developed their own kind of skills, so they really know how to maneuver and get us really fast to work.
It's also time for James to think of his future. Today, he has a meeting with the publisher. Chico is coming along to represent him.
I'm feeling kind of nervous. I don't know.
Don't be nervous.
I've never met a publisher. I've never had any of my work published. I've been praying about it the whole night. Yeah.
You've been praying about it. Way to go, way to go.
I even called my mama and told her, tomorrow I'm going to meet the publisher. So
okay. What did she say?
This might be. She said she's praying for me. Irene is very happy about it. At least now she sees that my writing is getting somewhere.
It's not an overnight thing. Sometimes you can go for years and years without making that breakthrough.
Billy Kohora and his colleagues have a reputation for developing new Kenyan talent. If anyone can help James, it's Billy, but only if he likes James's work.
Hi, Billy.
Hey, hi. Hi, Shiro.
Nice to finally meet you.
Nice to meet you. Hey, James.
So I've been talking to you about James. That's James, and you might have seen some of his work.
Yes.
James is a Matatu driver from Rongai, and he also writes. He has a blog, and he's writing, and he's also got a book. Yeah. And I've seen some of his work, and I think he has a lot of potential. I don't know whether you had a chance to look at some of his stuff.
The work had an immediacy, very, very strong sense of place. I'm interested in his take on Nairobi street life. We want a kind of social realism that's happening in Nairobi, and nobody's as well placed to actually do this kind of thing.
You can fit him in. You think what he does can
immediately
carry
immediately, even just purely because you never get perspectives of Matatu drivers. And they're so important.
No, you don't.
I mean, a friend of mine, I did a thesis on Matatus, and he described Matatus as possibly the most important social space in Kenya.
I would believe that.
Since the 90s. I mean, that's where all aspects of society meet. So those are the things I can help you with. And hopefully, we think we can take it from there.
Very good. Thank you so much.
I hope that was of some help.
Yes, it was. Great help. I think it was a very successful meeting. We have Billy's attention, and I think he's very interested in James.
So we need to do a lot of lighting at night because I really want to be able to light something that can be published.
But for now, until he makes it as a writer, it's back to the Matatus for James. The accidents, the corruption, the crime, all material that could one day end up in his book.